Good morning. I technically forgot to film my intro, so it's actually the afternoon. But today I wanted to take you guys with me for a training session. I've never made a video like this, so hopefully it's gonna turn out well. I hope you guys enjoy hanging out with me for a training session and seeing what a training session normally looks like for me, especially with CYR Wheel because it's a new prop that I'm into. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'm currently looking after a mama dog and her 7 puppies that were born at my house about a month and a half ago. I feel really lucky that my priority first thing in the morning is to wake up, go outside, and join their little cuddle puddle, and then feed them breakfast before getting ready to go train. I recently lost the electric start button to my motorcycle, so this is my temporary solution for right now. The venue that I practice at the most often is called Dreamscape, and it's a private event center and training space. I'm really lucky to have been involved in the project since it first got started about 2 years ago. So that means that I'm really lucky to hold the position of a space holder, which means that I'm able to go and use the facility and train whenever I'd like, as long as there's no previously planned workshops, events, or rehearsals. So it's about 8:15 almost. It takes me a little bit longer on the days that I'm filming, so I got here a little bit later start than usual. I'm gonna go get my materials out, take my warm clothes off, and start to warm up. After my warm-up, it's finally time to say good morning to my wheel. I like to start with some weighted stretches and then move on to some manipulations. It's all a timing thing. I just have to time this push with this and make it sound so easy. Then I had the brilliant idea to try without shoes. And I'm just gonna let you watch how that goes. You know what's so funny is that I was just thinking, I was like, wow, I can't wait to look back on this footage when I'm good and be like, wow, I've improved so much. And then in my head I was like, no, I'm good now. And then just did one of the best attempts I've had. In the grand scheme of CYR Wheel things, I'm still pretty much a beginner, and I just got my waltz like a week ago, which is really exciting because that's like a core foundational move for CYR Wheel. So now I'm gonna move on to spinning in the CYR Wheel, so focusing on waltz, one-handed waltz maybe, feet together waltz maybe. I believe that with a clean foundation, everything else you build off is way easier. So I'm focusing on making sure that my waltz is really clean and really powerful and controlled. I'm out of breath a little bit. So one of my realizations from this training session is with the waltz, most of your momentum and your power comes from your legs, and it's really important to be inside of the wheel. Sometimes I find myself using my arms a lot and they're fully extended, and then my center of balance is not in the wheel, so it makes it a lot harder to take an arm out or put my feet together. So, which brings me back to the concept of basic foundations, which is the waltz and why it's so important to CYR Wheel. In terms of my own training with my waltz, I need to remember that it's all in my legs, and that in the beginning I shouldn't put so much weight in my arms already. I should try and keep it in my feet and keep my feet wider apart. I think they're too close together. And in fact, my friend Zhenya has already told me that they're too close together. So, thoughts, things to think about, things to work on. Something that I really love about CYR Wheel is that it's so incredibly challenging, and not just in a way that it's completely engaging for the full physical body, but also in the way that it's so challenging mentally to try and think about all the things you're trying to activate within your body while you're spinning in this giant metal wheel, trying to make sure it doesn't hit you in the face or in any other extremity. It looks like it should be so easy, but certain moves, certain concepts are all about listening and understanding the movement of the wheel and the rhythm of the wheel. So it's about creating this relationship, and it's not just about learning a trick, because you can't manipulate this hoop as easy as you would a plastic hoop. It's huge. Mine is like 18 kilograms, something like this. Made of stainless steel. Some of them are made of aluminum. Mine is made of stainless steel. And if it hits you, it's really painful. So I just love it because it gives me such a challenge for my mind, my body, and my spirit. So challenging, but I love it so much. I can't wait to see where we develop this relationship and where we go. At this point in my life, I'm very much addicted. I've been coming and training almost every day now, in the mornings for a few hours. And it's been so good for my health, so good for my mental health, so good for my body. Again, I already said it, everything, so I'm thankful, super grateful. These are a few bonus clips that I wouldn't normally include because I'm quite the perfectionist, but I thought it'd be funny to include some of my falls so you can see what realistically it looks like when you're training, and that I don't always get things the first try. And this is why basics are so important. So the sun is coming out, it's getting to be quite hot, and I think I'm going to finish up with trying a few coins. I have only done a few of them. I did some the other day with my friend guiding me, and now I think I'm going to try them by myself and see how they go. I know the technique of it, and I know what I'm trying for. My main issue is that I don't lock out my legs, so I need to try and make sure that I'm really stiff in my wheel. I feel a little bit nervous, but I have a lot of faith that I know how to fall really well. So I'm gonna give it a try. Yes. Okay, so I feel really stoked on that. So I'm gonna end my CYR Wheel training here and go and cool down. And yeah, I have low battery, so hopefully I'll take you guys with me, or maybe I'll just go cool down at home. We'll see. So I ended up running home and I grabbed my charger. So I'm gonna leave my camera to charge for a little bit. And I ended up running into some of my friends and they're here training for a little bit longer. So I'm gonna stay and work on some things, leave my camera to charge, and hopefully film a little bit of what we do later on. There's something really special about training with other people, especially other people that push your limits. During this portion of the session, I was going to continue working on my waltz and only taking out one of my hands, but my friend instructed me that it would probably be really easy to try taking out one of my legs, which I didn't think I would be trying for at least another week or two. But he instructed me that since there are still 3 points of momentum, the concept stays pretty much the same. So I ended up giving it a go, and I'm really, really excited with the progress that I've made so far. So I can't really like stay in the moment. Never mind. I needed you to watch, I guess. About an hour and a half in, I decided that the sun was blaring a little bit too strongly for me. So I decided to go into the shala for a bit of foam rolling and stretching. Only now, as I'm watching this video, do I realize how bad my tan lines are getting. I'm gonna have to start training at night or something. So I just got back from the session. This has been my first ever training journal. I feel really proud of the progress that I've been making with CYR Wheel, especially in the past few weeks. One of my friends, Zhenya, has come to visit from Germany. So I feel really lucky to have his influence and have his guidance as well. Anyway, it's been a full day of movement. It ended up being way longer than I had originally anticipated. It's like 2:30 now. I just finished having lunch with them. I'm gonna have a shower and get ready to start my day in terms of working. Hello. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed all the way to the end, thanks for watching my progression. Hopefully I'll keep doing more. And I will see you in the next one. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.